Barrientos for Barangay Ginebra, while James Yap, Paul Artadi, Rafi Rivas, Don Aliado, and Mark Pingris for the Giants.
Well, the first thing you notice is the size advantage of the Purefoods team, as Rivas stands about 6'7", 6'8". We have Don Aliado and Pingris, so very big lineup for Purefoods to start the game.
Referees Balao, Ngo, and Guevara calling tonight's matchup, and we are off. Well, not quite yet.
So we'll see whether Ginebra will try to up-tempo this basketball game and try to use their speed and quickness against the much taller Purefoods team.
The Barangay Ginebra Kings have some tough defense to face here. As we mentioned in our pregame discussion, #1 in that category currently in the conference, limiting their opponents to an average of 85 points per game. And the Giants getting first crack at it, Paul Artadi in the corner. Artadi was wide open there, decides to move in. Floater no good. Big offensive board by Rafi Rivas. Put back is there.
And right away you can see that Ginebra, they're going to leave Artadi open out there and give him those shots. And he was able to get to the basket. Ronald Tubid starts the game off with the three. And Johnny gets the steal.
Everything the Flying A does, the fans love. Now Intal against a double team. Fall away jumper, no good.
We'll also take a look at the matchup of Ronald Tubid and James Yap. Ronald Tubid, like we said, is averaging over 30 points per game the last 2 games, but tonight he has a big defensive assignment trying to guard James Yap.
Yap inside. There's the drop to Pingris. Pingris the fake. The reverse. No. Artadi keeps it alive and puts it in. And that's already 4 unanswered points for the Purefoods TJ Giants. Johnny A pushing it up for the Kings. And Rich Alvarez getting more time than usual over the last couple of games. In the last game, he averaged 24 points, or rather 24 minutes. Nothing on that attempt from Villanueva. Abarientos gets it back. There's the jumper, and it's good.
As Johnny Abarientos tracking that basketball, still showing some quickness on the offensive end of the court.
Pingris on the outside. Artadi left alone once again, and he makes them pay.
And you might be wondering why that's happening. Johnny Abarientos is just playing center field right now. He's basically looking for James Yap to get the basketball, and he's going to double team. He's not even guarding Artadi.
Intal, the quick release, no. Rebound by Rivas. Still a 4-point ball game. A double team waiting for James Yap. Now Artadi moves in. There's the kick out. 13 seconds left on the clock. Yap lets it go.
Quick timeout here by Ginebra, as Coach Jung wants to talk about it.
It's a 7-point ball game. We'll be right back.
Doesn't get any better than this. What a play!
NBA action here on Solar TV. Over to Chicky Reyes with this report.
Thank you, Vito. Firming up of their grip on the third spot is indeed a goal of Ginebra. For their specific plans tonight, they will try to minimize point production of Kirby Raimundo, PJ Simon, and James Yap, minimize the offensive rebounds and second chance points of Meyerhofer and Rivas, and continue to involve Eric Menk down at the post. Now going over to Purefoods, winning back-to-back games is a first in this conference, so definitely they will try to go for a third straight win tonight. 70 to 80% of the time spent in their recent practices was devoted in making adjustments on individual defense. For offense, Coach Ryan wants his second unit to deliver because their first unit will also use up a lot of energy on defense. Vito?
Thank you, Chicky. Well, we've been talking a lot about the defense of Purefoods, but it's been their offense that's taken center stage here at the opening minutes of this matchup. They're up by 8, 10-2. Almost an interception of Barrientos, keeping it alive for the Kings. Villanueva penetrates. Can't get it to roll in, but there will be a foul.
It's going to be a pushing foul. It's going to go against Ayado. It's going to be his first foul. And Johnny Abarientos has the only 2 points for Ginebra so far in this game.
So Villanueva at the line. Enrico Villanueva averaging about 8 points per game in this KFC PBA Philippine Cup.
And he's very important for this Ginebra team, Vito, because he needs to establish a low post game for them. Both he and Marmaril. are probably their best low post players, as he misses both foul shots. But he's going to get one more.
On the break for the Kings, hoping to add another point on the board here.
Now, he never called that last timeout. Let's see if they revisit their defense, where they had Johnny Abrientos basically leaving Paul Artadi wide open.
And in the process, Paul Artadi scoring a 3 as Villanueva makes up for it. It's now a 7-point ball game, 9 minutes and 13 still remaining in the first. Artadi finding Aliado down low. Yap trying to be the receiver. Pingris over to Artadi. Artadi actually has space to take that shot, but they go down to Rivas. Rivas, the hook. No. Ronald Tubit, the man who has been on fire these last couple of games. Nice pass inside to Villanueva. Villanueva running out of space.
That's a good pivot there by Enrico. It's just a wild shot that he threw up at the basket. It's going to be an offensive foul on Rivas. Now, Rivas is wondering why, but every time you hit Tubit, he's going to give you a little extra acting. Try to sell the call.
So that's foul number 1 on Rivas.
He has to be one of the best actors in the PBA, Ronald Tubit. And a lot of times it works to his advantage.
Tubit from the outside, moves in. Scaling the baseline, Abarientos. Down low, Tubit again. At the last second, finding Rich Alvarez. That's short. Barangay Ginebra Kings having trouble with their range here as Artadi scoops it in.
Well, Artadi really taking advantage of the defense of Johnny A here at the beginning of the game.
So 7 of the 12 Purefoods points belong to Paul Artadi. And that's a steal. Oh no, correction, that is going to be a foul. And Paul Artadi caught reaching in, as we see from our angle. Eric Mink getting ready to come in for the first time.
I failed to mention Eric Mink's name when it comes to low post players for the Ginebra team. He's also another option for them.
Shot clock at 14 seconds.
And Eric Mink had a productive game in their last win over Barako Bulls, scoring 18 points in 21 minutes to go along with 10 rebounds. And Paul Artadi heads to the bench, making way for Roger Yap.
And Coach Jong reacted because he's down right now by 9 points by going to a bigger team, bringing in Eric Mink into the game.
And now Barrientos leans in, scores again.
I'm telling you, Vito, he's giving all of us hope. Johnny A is 39 years old. He's been in the league for almost 2 decades now. And he can still get it done.
And Ronald Tubit not happy about that call. He's called with a foul. And he's going to have his hands full trying to cover James Yap.
Because James Yap is very physical on offense. I mean, he will really hammer you to try to get the basketball, and sometimes you really have to protect yourself.
14 seconds on the shot clock for Purefoods. Roger Yap trying to direct traffic. Pingris on the outside. And the Giants slowly running out of time here. Aliado takes the baseline jumper. No good. But another offensive board for Rivas.
Offensive foul on Roger Yap.
That sends the future Hall of Famer Johnny Abarientos to the floor.
Well, if you had seen Johnny play when he first came into the PBA, you can understand why he might still be in the league right now. He was just probably the best point guard of his time. Quicker and faster than everybody else. One of the best rebounding guards you ever want to see here in the PBA. I mean, it was almost impossible to bring the basketball up the court against him. I mean, other guards actually feared bringing the ball up the court.
Possession still with Barangay Ginebra. They have 12 seconds to work here. Now Ronald Tubit, isolation play for him. They're running out of time here.
A good idea, bad pass.
And Roger Yap finishes in transition. And the lead back up to 9 points as we approach the halfway mark of the first quarter. Villanueva looking for Menk down low. Menk, all power for that too.
So Eric Mink might be somebody you might want to keep going to in the low post area because he can really attack the rim. You see the sagging defense here of Ginebra. They're playing a boxing one against James Yap.
There's the drop for Pingris. Pingris can't get it to trickle in. Another putback for Rivas. On the other end, Intal over to Abarientos. And Abarientos short on that three. And James Yap with a little stop and pop action. He got the back of the rim. And JC Intal full speed ahead. There's the kick out to Ronald Tubid. 4-3, no. Tubid trying to find the range he showed against Baracabul. He went 5 for 10 from beyond the arc in that game.
Well, so far, Ginebra, they're not shooting the basketball very well at the beginning of this basketball game. There's going to be a foul called on Ginebra. Probably go against Johnny A.
Over to Mika Abisamis now, who's standing by.
All right, well, you know, we were able to witness an exciting ball game from one of the greatest players in the PBA, Johnny A. So I talked to him and asked about how he felt about getting back on court, and he said he honestly needs more minutes to keep up with the energy of the young guns. He said, you know, I'm definitely not in shape, but basketball is in my system, especially in my heart, so the skill will just follow. And here's the trivia. Johnny A was Pollard Daddy's first assignment in his rookie year, and just between us, he's still very nervous. Vito, Coach Norman?
Thanks, Mika. Johnny Abarientos to this day still a force on the court, and Johnny Abarientos last time around played 29 minutes, and he's going to be sharing time along with Kevin White in the backcourt here for Barangay Ginebra as Mark Pingris sinks one from the charity stripe. First double-digit lead of this ball game. Purefoods up 17-7.
A holding foul there on Rivas. That pass was a little bit long by Mamaril. If Rivas had not fouled Eric Mink, I think that ball would have just gone out of bounds.
Mamaril and Cyrus Baguio on the floor now for Barangay Ginebra. And Romel Adugo coming in now to replace Rafi Rivas.
Well, how great is Johnny A? Well, we do know he's one of the 25 best players ever to play in the PBA, but yet he's still playing, you know? Most of the other guys are not playing anymore, that's for sure.
So the lead still stands at 10 in favor of the Giants. Yap over to Pingris. Roger Yap losing it on the way, and it's going to stay with Purefoods.
Shot clock at 9 seconds. 9 seconds to make a basket.
We'll see whether this boxing one defense will work for Ginebra and get them back into the game. Right now the box is on Simone as Baguio is the one guarding him.
And Simon coming off a great game himself. He scored 18 points in their win over Coca-Cola. And Roger Yap, that's his 4th point of the ball game. Menk down low, Mamaril. Oh, he really cleared out the D there.
And he didn't really have to. He could have just held his position and the ball would have come to him. This is one of the big advantages of the Purefoods team. If you have a Mark Pingris, he can actually guard a small guy. Right now, he was picking up Baguio in that last play, which is normally difficult for most big guys, but for Mark Pingris, he can actually guard a small guy, which enables Purefoods to stay big.
Now Adukul at the low post. Backing down on Mamaril, throws it up. Abarientos looking for a connection here. Baguio finding Menk down low. Let's see how this works out. Menk forces the issue. No good. Rebound by Aliado. And there's the go-ahead pass for Mark Pingris. Can't score. On the other end, Cyrus Baguio, another speedster. Oh, it's lost. Battle for the loose ball picked up by Abarientos. Barangay Ginebra really trying to explore their low post options here, but Mamaril launches a jumper.
Well, it always helps when you can hit from the outside to break down that defense, that interior defense. The field goal shooting there, TJ Giants 8 out of 16. Kings are not shooting the ball very well, 4 out of 15.
Double team on Roger Yap, out to Aliado. He's clear for 2. No, that rattles out. On the other end, Baguio trying to crisscross through the D, loses the leather. He gets it back, and Baguio leans in, scores on the putback.
It looked like everybody stopped Vito expecting a whistle. The whistle never came, and Baguio just followed up his miss.
Barangay Ginebra still playing catch-up basketball here. They're down by 8. We'll be back. First quarter action continues here at the Araneta Coliseum between Purefoods and Barangay Ginebra, where Barangay Ginebra have been groping for form here. They've been struggling to get their system to work, while the Purefoods TJ Giants have it definitely in hand. Jumper by Roger Yap is no good, but another offensive board for Purefoods.
Well, Ginebra, they're back in a man-to-man defense. Good stop there by Simon. He makes the shot.
First basket of the ball game for PJ Simon, sending it back to a double-digit lead for Purefoods. Down to the final 2 minutes of the first quarter. Eric Menk on the outside. Turnaround jumper for Billy Mamaril. The rookie Rico Meyerhofer also on the floor now for Purefoods.
On the other side, White has come in for the Ginebra team at the point guard position.
Simon with one eye on the clock, 2 seconds left. Jumper no good, and this one's going back to Ginebra.
Yeah, there was a switch on defense there. Mamaril was picking up PJ Simon, but instead of taking Mamaril to the basket, he decided to take the jump shot.
Let's take a look at this KFC delivery assist of the quarter. This is Paul Artadi finding James Yap just like old times. Enjoy watching the PBA with finger licking food. Dial 887-8888 now. Cyrus Baguio for 3, yes.
That's a good unselfish play there by Billy Mamaril. He just scored the last basket. He could have taken his man one-on-one, but instead, good handoff there and screen for Cyrus Baguio.
It was a rough start in the first quarter for Ronald Dubid, so Cyrus Baguio brought in for Barangay Ginebra, and it's rattled from the outside by PJ Simon.
And Purefoods continues to be hot as Baguio goes all the way to the basket.
Eric Menk. Now Salvacion for 3.
This is the one thing you have to worry about with Ginebra when their three-point shots start clicking. You know, the fans get involved into the game and their confidence goes way up.
Simon over to Adukul. Oh. Way out there, that pass by Romel Adukul, sending it out of bounds and back to Barangay Ginebra.
And that basically happened because Romel decided not to take that wide open 12-footer he had on the baseline. He tried to get a little bit closer. He made that bad pass.
And Mamaril trying to hand off here to Cyrus Baguio. The Purefoods defense managed to waste a couple of seconds. Now we're down to the final 5 for the first quarter, and that's a foul. Well, good foul given up by Purefoods with the fouls to spare.
His first quarter foul of Purefoods. Substitution, John Salvador checks in.
John Dan Salvador checking in to cap off the first quarter for Purefoods.
Chris Timberlake reports back in reports of the ball game for Purefoods.
From the inbound pass, quick foul given up by Timberlake.
Not a bad foul, but maybe he should have let Baguio make 1 or 2 dribbles. Get a little bit more time run off the clock.
At least 3.7. Eric Menk takes it from the outside. No. Oh, will that count? Will that tip in by Billy Mamaril count? We're going to have to go back to the replay. Nice hustle by the Barangay Ginebra big man, regardless of the result.
Well, Eric Mink deciding to take that three-point shot. Let's see if this tip was in time by Billy Mamaril.
At this point with .2.
No, it was not.
No, he did not. He did not. So that basket will not count. And so the Purefoods TJ Giants are going to hold on to this 5-point lead at the end of the first quarter, 24-19. More PB action coming up on Solar TV after this.
You better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you what.
Back here in the Big Dome, you're watching the PBA live on Solar TV, and with me right now is assistant coach Juno Saulero of Ginebra. Coach, the box and one defense Ginebra applied to James Yap and PJ Simon worked actually in the first quarter, limiting them to a combined output of 8 points, but it's the other TJ Giants who are causing the damage. Any adjustments in the second?
Yes, you're right, Chiki. What we've been doing in the first quarter is that we've been changing up from box and one to man-to-man defense. When we play a box, we've been limiting Simon and James Yap, but the problem is the other guys are getting offensive rebounds and second chance baskets because our focus is mainly on those two guys. So we just have to keep changing up defenses during the whole game.
Thank you, Coach, and good luck for the rest of the game. Vito?
Thank you, Chicky. And in the opening minutes of the second quarter, we've got a turnover here against Barangay Ginebra. And so far, the Purefoods TJ Giants defense have been doing a good job trying to keep the big men of Barangay Ginebra out. And Purefoods going with Artadi and Simon in the backcourt. Artadi looking for Simon to flash out. Now Simon covered by Salvacion. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. He's going to take this short baseline jumper, no good. Battle for the rebound. Rivas gets another one.
The offensive foul on Salvador, and look at Mayor Hopper and Rivas. They're so long and lean and athletic. I mean, they're able to garner that offensive rebound. Well, Ginebra's done a pretty good job reading the offense of Purefoods. You know, what Purefoods has done in the first half, they actually just shot the ball better, 47% in that first quarter compared to only 36% for Ginebra.
And play stopped here with 14 seconds left on the shot clock. So Paul Artadi picking up his second personal foul. Willie Wilson coming in now for the first time. And if you recall, on their first meeting of this conference, Willie Wilson actually had a career high in that game.
It's a very small team now for Ginebra. As Willie Wilson will move to the power forward. Sunday will become the small forward, and Billy Mamaril will be the center.
Salvacion launches it. So the three-point shooting has not been kind here to Barangay Ginebra yet in the first half. Artadi being patient here, out to Simon. They're really trying to get it to PJ Simon. Simon turns around, hangs in the air, lets it go. Almost got the bounce there. There's the save by Mamaril. And now Kevin White looking to go coast to coast. There's the handoff. Baguio. A little bit of hang time on the foul.
They're going to call an offensive foul, I believe. That was just a great move by Cyrus Baguio, taken away that time by the referee. Let's take another look at it. They're going to say, yes, he kicked Rivas when he went up for that shot, but what hang time by Cyrus Baguio.
Nonetheless, it was a good goal. There's the kick right there.
Right in the private area of Rafi Rivas.
He's going to remember that the next time he sees Cyrus Baguio driving down the lane. Lead still at 5 for Purefoods. Hand off now to James Yap. They're really trying to close in on the shooters, but James Yap gets through. And Yap is headed to the line.
And whenever you scout players as a coach, the one thing you cannot teach is athletic ability. And James Yap definitely has that, the ability to hang in the air. You saw it on the other end with Cyrus Baguio. These guys are just high leapers, that can create shots for themselves. They don't really need help to get their shots off.
James Yap currently number 10 in the league in scoring. And he is the Giants' top scorer right behind Kirby Raimundo.
James Yap's scoring is a little bit down this conference. A little bit under 15 points per game. He normally averages about 17, 18 points per game.
Well, Pingris brought back into the front line of Purefoods. James Yap. So split charities, 4 points on the board for James Yap. And Ronald Tubid, after a rough first quarter, is back on the floor for Barangay Ginebra. And Mamaril gets free again for that jumper. Oh, almost, he had a good line on that shot. Artadi, there's the lob pass, got the rim, now Kevin White pushing it. And White up and under.
A good ball movement that time as White went to the basket, avoiding the defense of Paul Artadi.
Barangay Ginebra now within 4, 9 minutes and 21 still remaining in the second quarter. Meyerhofer with a crossover, he gets it slapped away, and he'll get fouled.
Well, Sunday was right there on the drive of Meyerhofer, but he brought his hand down when he went for the block. Normally the referees will call that every time.
Rico Meyerhofer leading all rookies in statistical points. He's been good for about 9.7 rebounds per game so far in this KFC PBA Philippine Cup.
And 7 rebounds, and what you really like about him is his shooting percentage. Shooting almost 60% from the floor, 59.2 to be exact. He's getting it done as a rookie, that's for
right.
sure.
So the points keep piling up here for Purefoods, up by 6 at the last minute. Pass out to Salvachon for 3, no. And Paul Artadi finds James Yap. Instant offense.
That's a good round of Tubid. You have to get your hands up against James Yap. He has one of the quickest draws in the league. You can get that shot off in an instant.
Out to Kevin White. White for 3, no. Salvador bringing down the rebound. And Paul Artadi keeping the tempo up here, running into that brick wall of Barangay Ginebra players.
Well, just because you don't fall down doesn't mean it's not an offensive foul. White took the blow right in the chest that time from Artadi. That's why Artadi was called for the offensive foul. Paul Artadi actually thought he could split these two players here. You're going to see another Ginebra player come in there. He thought he could split them. He also got bumped, didn't he? That's a pretty close call, but it could have gone either way.
Sandwiched right in there between Billy Mamaril and Kevin White. So Chris Timberlake in now for Purefoods. And that was foul number 3 on Paul Artadi. Salvacion, no room to take a 3. Down low to Mamaril. Mamaril off the quick shot, no good. Now James Yap. They're outnumbered here. Yap loses it. Ronald Tubid on the run. There's the kick out. White is open. No. But off the offensive board, there's Mamaril for 2.
Billy Mamaril using his strength underneath the basket. Really carving space for himself to get that offensive rebound.
And Purefoods ahead by 7. Over to Chicky Reyes now with this report.
Thank you, Vito. Quick injury reports for both teams. Bad news for Purefoods fans. Kirby Raimundo is not 100% sure to play tonight. According to the PT of Purefoods, Kirby has a contusion to the lateral side of the left knee, which makes it difficult for him to stay low. Now going over to Ginebra, those still in the injured list, Junti Valenzuela has returned to practice this week but will still be out for another 2 weeks. Celino Cruz will also be out for a week or 2 because of his left finger injury. As for Ronald Tubid, he said that his broken left index finger will not stop him from playing 4 full quarters if needed. Vito?
Thank you, Chicken. This is the kind of player Ronald Tubit is.
Well, he loves to play the game, and he just drew an offensive foul against James Yap that last play. And I told you he's a good actor. No, he took the blow that time. Actually, he took some contact, but at the same time, he knows how to sell it.
So Barangay Ginebra with another opportunity to chip into the 7-point lead with 7 minutes and 37 remaining in the second quarter. Kevin White out to Eric Menk. Menk in no man's land. Now Ronald Tubit trying to get the quick step here. There's the baseline. The reverse! Ronald Tubit!
You said the quick step. That was a quick drive to the basket. Another very athletic player we have here in the PBA. And when you take out Ronald Tubit, you put in Cyrus Baggio and vice versa.
It's apples for apples, really.
Oh, a shot there.
And there is a nice trail job by Rico Meyerhofer.
Well, Purefoods right now, they're dominating the rebounds. I believe it's 20-12.
And that was an offensive foul called against Barangay Ginebra. And Rafi Rivas absorbing the contact there. Might be on Tubit. Oh, it was JC Intal rather that picked up the foul.
Yeah, Purefoods out rebounding the Ginebra team 20-12, and Purefoods had seven offensive rebounds in this game so far.
Down low to Pingris against Willie Wilson. Pingris, the fake, and the two.
Well, Mark Pingris has been getting a lot of playing time so far in this game, and he has about a 3-inch advantage against the defense of Willie Wilson.
A lot of helping hands for Purefoods so far here in the first half.
And that's a good sign for Purefoods. The fact that you don't have to rely on James or Simone or Kirby, who's not here actually, to score a lot of points for you. Instead, you're getting it across the board as far as their players are concerned.
Rich Alvarez back in for Barangay Ginebra after starting. Ronald Tubit. Oh, he had his eye on the prize there, and it looks like there's going to be an offensive foul called against Tubit.
And he actually admits it, which is very rare in the PBA for a player to admit the foul. He puts his hands up.
That's going to be foul number 2 against the Saint. Here it is.
Oh, look at the limp of Rico there as he just blocks that shot.
So back to Purefoods with another opportunity to bring the lead back up to double digits. Timberlake down low. And Mark Pingris just saw his opening to score from close range. And the Purefoods TJ Giants have mounted another run en route to this 11-point lead. We'll be right back with more PBA on Solar TV.
Better than this. What a play!
You're watching second quarter action from the Big Dome live on Solar TV. Barangay Ginebra versus the Purefoods TJ Giants, their second meeting in this KFC PBA Philippine Cup.
Well, Johnny A is back in the game now for Ginebra as they've gone down 11 points here in the second quarter.
Hey, James!
And a lot of the damage that Purefoods is doing is inside that paint.
And they have more than one weapon for to do that. You've got Meyerhofer, you've got Rafi Rivas there, and James Yap with the rebound. An ill-advised outside shot taken by Eric Mankas. Timberlake looking to soar in for that too. James Yap with the fake. There's the one-hander.
That's what I'm talking about, the hang time. Not to mention the huge hands that James Yap has. Not too many players can hold the basketball with one hand like that and still shoot it.
Now Eric Mink trying to get past Rafi Rivas. And Rivas was just waiting to swat that one away. Timberlake ahead to Meyerhofer. Meyerhofer against Ronald Tubit. And it will count. It's going to be a blocking foul against Ronald Tubit.
And that's going to be his third personal if it is against Ronald Tubit. That's right.
Let's take another look at this shot by James Yap.
A good fake there as he faked away, but not too many players can do what he just did. This is the athletic ability of Merhofer going to the basket.
Couldn't finish the three-point play, but look at this, he got the rebound. The hops on this rookie as Purefoods continues to enjoy their biggest lead of the ball game, up by 15, 40-25. Johnny A. Tight defense here. He's sandwiched by the double team. 4 seconds left on the shot clock for Barangay Ginebra. Intal. No, it's an offensive foul on Alvarez.
It's one thing that Johnny A is giving away right now at age 39 is the fact that he cannot blow past his defenders like he used to. You can see he's having a difficult time bringing the ball up the court. And Timberlake, a much younger player, doing the right thing, putting a lot of pressure on him. Ginebra's gone to a 2-3 zone.
James Yap hoping to add another three. Now Cyrus Baguio. Still up tempo and still scoring for Barangay Ginebra. And Coach Ryan Gregorio of the Purefoods TJ Giants putting an end to that run with this timeout. Purefoods up 40-27. We'll be right back.
Better than this. What a play!
And this Christmas season, catch the Disney on Ice Disneyland Adventures at the Araneta Coliseum from December 25 to January 3. To get your tickets, just call TicketNet at 911-5555. Less than 4 minutes to go now in the second quarter. Barangay Ginebra still trailing by big, down by 13. Timberlake looking to drop, but the interception by Villanueva. And Cyrus Baguio now getting some heavier coverage from James Yap. Over to Intal. Abarientos to Baguio. Baguio was open. So the outside shots of Barangay Ginebra still not getting there.
Donna Yado losing that basketball when he went up to the hoop. That's what normally happens when players are open from like 8 feet, but they want to get to 4 feet. And something bad happens, you might as well just take the shot if you're open.
Another opportunity for Barangay Ginebra. Villanueva out of the high post. They really want to get it to Cyrus Baguio. But the give and go now to Villanueva. Cross the way to Intal. Baseline 2. No. And last touch by Purefoods.
Well, if you're Ginebra, you want to finish this quarter strong. You're down by 13. You've only scored 27 points here in the first half. You have to put some points on the board to end this particular quarter.
Villanueva finally getting what he wanted, and that's a foul. And Don Aliado will pick up that foul. And Barangay Ginebra will need all the help that they can get here from guys like Villanueva. They'll need guys like Rich Alvarez to score, and even Johnny Abarientos, with Ronald Tubin not being as prolific as he'd like to be. Now here at the PBA, we don't just give action-packed games, we give exciting surprises as well, like our Mr. Donut Surprise family of the game. So congrats to the Abaca family for winning a box of Mr. Donuts. Sarap pang surprise.
Well, Enrico missed the first foul shot and the second.
CJ Simon out to Paul Artadi. Six seconds left on the shot clock here for Purefoods. Artadi in the land of the Giants, out to Aliado for the jumper, no good. Alvarez can't hold on to the rebound. all the breaks really going to Purefoods here in the first half. Artadi thought about it. And a rebound by Villanueva.
Good rebound there by Enrico.
Now Cyrus Baguio.
Oh, kidding me or what?
Look at that aerial battle.
And there was no kick that time as he got the 2 points. I think Cyrus just gauges who's in front of him. If he thinks he can out-jump you, he's just going to attack you.
And Don Aliado trying to move in, and that's an offensive foul.
It's going to be number 3 on Don Aliado.
Let's take a look at this one.
Yeah, he's just looking at who's in front of him. We know Mark Pingris can also jump. Cyrus just has incredible. You can see the leg right there once again. Look at, he shot that as he almost hit the floor.
He might have been just 2 inches off of the floor when he let that one go. Johnny A over to Rich Alvarez. They go to Villanueva. Nice handoff.
Yes, good interior passing there between Enrico and Alvarez, who have been teammates for quite a long time, huh? Since their college days.
And Purefoods really trying to work from the outside in. Salvador out to Simon. Simon for 3. That's short. But look at this. Look at the hustle here by Purefoods. Unfortunately, taken away by Albariento. It's 3-on-2. They save it for Salvacion. Out to Barrientos for 3. Yes!
Yeah! Johnny A!
And Johnny Barrientos now with 7 points in the ball game, but more importantly, Barangay Ginebra with an opportunity to finish the first half strong, down only by 6. As we pause for this quick 30-second timeout brought to you by Handy Fix. Ang first 8 ng bahay mo, bonds all, seals all.
Well, the defense of Ginebra has picked up here at the end of the quarter. We said that they needed to finish strong here to give themselves a chance in the second half. That was good ball movement by Ginebra, and finally the ball got back to Johnny A. He was able to knock down the 3. Ambassador Kenny on your screens there.
One of the most rabid sports fans, definitely a rabid basketball fan.
And we're very sad that she'll be leaving soon.
Let's take a look at our KFC delivery assist of the quarter. This was Villanueva finding Rich Alvarez. Enjoy watching the PBA with Finger Lickin' Food. Dial 887-8888. So 37.7 seconds still left here in the second quarter. And it is going to be Purefoods possession. They've got Roger Yap along with PJ Simon in the backcourt. Jondan Salvador, Rafi Rivas, and Mark Pingris.
Ginebra still sitting in that 2-3 zone.
Roger Yap with the leaner, no.
They can get the last shot now here at the end of the quarter.
And I tell you, there's a clear winner in the rebounding battle here in the first half, and it is Purefoods. Roger Yap locks and loads.
And normally when you give up offensive rebounds, you pay the price for it. And that's something that Coach John will be talking about at halftime to the Ginebra team.
And Rich Alvarez really wanted Johnny A to take that miracle shot. But nonetheless, our first half is over, and Barangay Ginebra down by 9, 43-34 to the PBA on Solar TV. This is your PBA Sunday with Vito Lazatin along with Coach Norman Black, and our second half just moments away. Purefoods ahead 43-34 over Barangay Ginebra. Both teams heading into this ball game with 2-game winning streaks. And both of these teams coming off impressive performances in their last games. We talked about Barangay Ginebra beating Barako Bull, led by Ronald Tubin. While Purefoods, on the other hand, the Giants coming off a win over Coca-Cola, 88-79, and they'd like to. Both teams would like to actually pull off win number 3 in their streak.
Well, Ginebra is looking for a solo third place, while Purefoods is looking for a 3-way tie for third place.
And Enrico Villanueva getting denied on his first attempt here in the second half. So defense Still spelling the difference here for the Purefoods TJ Giants. Artadi trying to orchestrate here. Yap. Now Pingris in the paint. Rivas couldn't hold on to the offensive rebound. Now Johnny A pushing it up for the Kings. Ronald Tubid saddled with 3 personal fouls in the first half. He's going to stay on the bench here while Cyrus Baguio stays in for Barangay Ginebra. 8 seconds left for JC Intal. Intal, tight spot, gets the basket.
A good twirl there by JC. Good spin to the baseline to get that shot off.
One thing about Barangay Ginebra in this ball game, almost all of their points have really been hard earned. They've really had to churn them out.
And that was a hard-earned basket there for JC. You watched our halftime. JC had 2 of the top 3 plays of the week. Off slam dunks.
Free throw woes continue now for Barangay Ginebra. They are now 1 of 5 from the charity stripe in this ball game. Rivas coming out of the paint, now slashing inside.
That's an offensive foul. Well, you don't expect Rivas to really make moves like that going to the basket. Rico did a good job of playing good position defense. He drew the charge.
Third personal against Rafi Rivas. Possession back to Barangay Ginebra. Baguio out to Intal. Intal thinking about it. Now Alvarez. Oh, almost looked like the triple team on Abarientos there. Now Villanueva. Bounce pass over to Don Aliado. Slices in. Draws the foul.
Well, let's see who the foul goes against here. Looks like it's going to be against JC Intal.
So only the second personal against JC Intal as Don Aliado steps to the line.
You look at some of the little things coaches try to do to put up a good defense, and you notice every time that Ginebra is taking out the basketball, they're really trying to deny Johnny A the basketball and forcing somebody else to bring the ball up the court. Which makes it more difficult for Ginebra to execute their offense.
Don't forget to enjoy the PBA game with your friends and the new KFC Crushers, now with new flavors. Another productive trip to the line there for Purefoods. Now they're back up by 9. Working it down low to Villanueva. Baguio for 3. And that one sails out of bounds. This one going back to Purefoods.
In the first half, Ginebra 3 out of 12 from the 3-point line. That's 25%. We mentioned on the other side, Purefoods 5 out of 9 at 55%.
Over to Chicky Reyes now with this report.
Thanks, Vito. In the halftime huddle, Coach Ryan Gregorio was both pleased and disappointed with how his TJ Giants played in the first half. Though he was happy with their 3-point shooting, offensive rebounds, and second chance points production, he's not too amused with their turnovers. Here in the second half, he wants a more disciplined execution of their offense. So they'll commit less turnovers and challenge early the attacks of Tubid and Baguio. Going over to Barangay Ginebra, Coach Jong Wichico wants his Gin Kings to challenge the TJ Giants in rebounding in order to limit their second chance points. Defensive focus here in the second half will still be on James Yap and PJ Simon. For offense, he wants his guards to continue pushing the ball at every opportunity they get. Vito, Coach Norman.
Thank you, Chicky. And about that point, trying to deny Purefoods those rebounds. I mean, trying to keep out long arms of players like Meyerhofer and Rafi Rivas. That's a tall order.
You can be a good rebounder. You don't have to be tall. You have to box out and use good position. Oh, sorry, missed there for Alvarez. Very close to the basket.
Well, 2 straight attempts for Alvarez on that play. Now Purefoods. Aliado. And once again, Artadi left wide open. And it's taken away by Cyrus Baguio. And Baguio, oh, it's like a foot race now. Baguio going all the way.
Well, the number one thing you have to do on defense is you must stop the ball. That time, nobody for Purefoods stopped the basketball as Cyrus Baguio just attacked the entire defense.
Cyrus Baguio, one of those players where the open court truly is his playground. A chance to complete a 3-point play.
Ginebra has been hanging around and hanging around. Just can't seem to get there. You know? Purefoods has been able to keep a distance.
Well, that's a step in the right direction, making their free throws. Only their second made free throw of this ball game. Bring the lead back down to 6. 9 minutes still left in the third quarter. Quick pass to James Yap. Yap with 3 seconds, moving jumper, and Yap cans it.
And there are just some players in the league who can make shots with players all over them, and James Yap is one of them.
Nice handoff from Baguio to JC Intal with a turnaround jumper. So quick answer by Barangay Ginebra in that sequence. There's the drop for Pingris. Pingris can't hang on to it, and Barangay Ginebra gets it back. Here comes JC Intal. Oh, and an error there. JC Intal losing the leather.
I like the attitude of Coach John Uchiko, though. He did not get upset on the play. He realized that JC did hustle for that basketball. It was a pretty sorry turnover, but
yep.
He's still encouraging his players to keep playing defense.
A couple of bruisers now on the floor for Barangay Ginebra with Billy Mamaril and Eric Menk. Roger Yap post up here on Johnny A. Out of the double team. Don Aliado, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Aliado hands it off. And a quick release by Pingris, no good. And now Cyrus Baguio gets it to Intal, and Intal goes through his fingers.
Well, that pass might have been a little bit hard, but still JC should have caught the basketball.
JC Intal will head to the bench to make way for Sunday Salvacion. So some added firepower from the outside coming in for Barangay Ginebra as PJ Simon, who can pretty much score from anywhere, is now on the floor.
Well, Ginebra came up with 2 straight stops there, but committed 2 straight turnovers. So they're still down by 6.
There's Simon with a finger roll. 7 points on the board now for Simon. Abarientos to Menk. Menk going for the jumper. And with 7 minutes and 8 remaining in the third quarter, Purefoods trying to protect his 6-point lead. Pingris at the high post. Roger Yap, walking the tightrope.
That was way too easy there as Billy Mamaril gave up the baseline to Roger Yap.
Working it down low to Meng. Billy Mamaril waiting in the paint. Oh, and he gets it off the glass and one coming up for a big Billy Mamaril.
Well, Mark Pingris is going to put his hands up in the air. Not to say he committed the foul, but to show what he did. The problem is he pushed into Billy Mamaril when he was taking the shot. You'll see it right there. Good body movement there by Pingris, and that's why he got the foul. An opportunity to get this score under, nope, after I say get it under 6.
Well, Mamaril, he's been shooting about 47% from the free throw line this conference.
Well, Ginebra was 1 for 4 in that first half from the free throw line. It has not gotten much better as Roger Yap takes the ball straight to the hoop.
And Roger Yap now in double digits with 11. And Mamaril really asking for it in the low post. It's taken away. Tap from behind by Mark Pingris. Now Roger Yap trying to weave through the D. Taken away. It's 2-on-1. Baguio.
And that's going to be off of Baguio's legs. So it's going to go back to Purefoods. Coach John Uchiko does not share the same sentiments about the call. Ginebra is actually 2 for 7 from the free throw line here in the game so far.
Roger Yap. Oh, and it's deflected. And Abarientos gets it to Salvacion. Meng in the paint. I knew he was going to get that foul off Romel Adukul.
And finally 10, Romel Adukul.
So Adukul picks up his first foul of the game, and Barangay Ginebra will have a chance at the free throw line right after this break. Keep it here.
What a play!
This Christmas, the show to see is the Disney on Ice Disneyland Adventures, happening here at the Araneta Coliseum from December 25 to January 3. To get your tickets, just call TicketNet at 911-5555. Same number you can call to get your tickets here to the PBA, and quite a number of fans have done that in attendance here to enjoy this PBA Sunday. A great game earlier between Rain or Shine and Burger King. And now Barangay Ginebra against Purefoods.
Well, another chance for Ginebra to get this lead down to 6 points if Eric Mink can make this foul shot, which he does.
Much needed points from Major Payne. He has 6 points in the ball game. Less than 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Roger Yap. They find it's back to Roger Yap. Baseline 2 is good.
Well, Roger Yap does not want to take that shot from the foul line area, but he will take it on the baseline.
The kick out from Baguio to Salvacion, in and out. PJ Simon challenged now by Johnny A. And the big defensive rebound by Eric Mink. Now Cyrus Baguio. Oh, and a deflection. Turned back by Roger Yap.
And Roger Yap showing some hops to get up there with Cyrus Baguio, but he's going to get the foul. And as you hear the crowd, as soon as Cyrus Baguio got that basketball on the fast break.
Oh, there was this big crescendo building up to this one, and Roger Yap putting an end to that attempt.
Well, he certainly got a good block there, but there was a lot of body contact because of the collision. And people seem to forget that Roger Yap was quite a leaper when he was in the amateurs, when he was in college. And still showing he can get up there with the likes of Cyrus Baguio. But you gotta love Cyrus Baguio. He has no fear. I mean, he challenges everybody, whether you're small, tall, it doesn't really matter.
And then once he gets tired, you bring in another fearless player in Ronald Tubit. So now Barangay Ginebra getting it done at the line. The lead is back down to 6, 55-49. And that's going to be Cyrus Baguio called for the foul, reaching in his second personal.
Shot clock at 14 seconds. 14 seconds to shoot.
A quick pass back to Roger Yap. They really want it in his hands. Rebound by Billy Mamaril. Oh, and that's going to be traveling, yep.
It's another example when he's turned and faced the basket. He actually was wide open. He just wanted to get a little bit closer and committed to traveling.
James Yap from the outside, and that's going to bounce out of bounds. So Barangay Ginebra just has to seize this opportunity here. And yes, they are going to work it down to Eric Mink. They feel that he's got the upper hand here over Adukul. Out to Baguio for 3. Yes! And the comeback is almost complete here in the third quarter. Barangay Ginebra now within 3 thanks to Cyrus Baguio and his outside heroics. We'll be right back with more PBA action after this. back at the Araneta Coliseum. Good-sized crowd here, with Purefoods ahead only by 3, 55-52. Cyrus Baguio, last shot in that run, making that outside attempt, and Meyerhofer gets fouled on the way.
Well, that middle was wide open for Rico to get in there that time, as for the Ginebra defense, they're really protecting the basket. They're really sagging. That's why with good ball movement, Purefoods, they're actually getting good looks at the basket. Well, that last three-point shot by Cyrus Baguio was only the fourth of Ginebra in this game. 4 out of 16, 21%. That was a big shot for Cyrus.
Rico Meyerhofer, on the other hand, going 2 for 2 from the line.
A good substitution there, as Rico came in for James Yap and contributed immediately.
He's got 8 points in the ball game. And the score now 57-52 with 3 minutes and 31 remaining in the third. Abarientos out to Salvacion, now inside to Meng. And that's almost taken. It is taken away by Purefoods. Out to Meyerhofer. He had all day to think about that outside shot.
That's going to be off of Johnny A, so it's still going to be Purefoods basketball. So we have some substitutions.
Johnny A getting a well-deserved rest. Kevin White in, and Ronald Dubid, who had to sit out most of the second quarter and most of this third quarter due to foul trouble. He's back in as well.
So Coach Ryan sends in Timberlake to match up with White. So 2 rookie point guards on the floor right now.
PJ Simon. Oh, just blew by the defense. There's the drop inside, and Don Aliado scores.
It's a really good unselfish play there by Simon, giving that basketball up. He actually had a pretty good look at the hoop. As Romel throws Billy Mamaril to the floor, or pushes him to the floor.
All right, with Purefoods now in the penalty, it's Billy Mamaril off to the line. Oh, and this has just been Billy Mamaril's Waterloo here. His free throw shooting not really coming through. It's the Kawanko on hand here at the Araneta Coliseum.
He misses both.
It turned out to be a good foul after all for Purefoods. They get the possession back, and they're still ahead by 7. Meyerhofer out to Simon. Simon just biding his time, but they're down to 2 seconds on the shot clock. Aliado. Oh, and the difficult shot made by Don Aliado.
Coach Art De La Cruz is over there contesting that, saying it was not shot before the shot clock went off.
Menghook shot no good, but the putback by Billy Mamaril. So the closest that Barangay Ginebra has gotten in this ball game is 3 points. Just a couple of minutes ago here in this third quarter, there's a steal by Mamaril, who saves it for Kevin White.
Oh, misses a layup.
Barangay Ginebra will try to regroup here.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of contact underneath, as Tubid and PJ Simon are really battling underneath the basket.
So that's free throws coming up here for Barangay Ginebra.
They're 6 out of 13 right now, 46%. We're talking about the Ginebra team from the foul line. Let's see if Ronald Tubid can change their luck.
Let's take a look first at our KFC delivery assist of the quarter. This is PJ Simon over to Don Aliado. Enjoy watching the PBA with finger-licking food. Dial 887-8888 now.
This really drives a coach crazy because you're getting opportunities at the line. You just can't knock them down. This could get you back into the basketball game.
Well, that's definitely going to help. It's back to a 6-point deficit, a minute and 36 left in the third.
And that really seems to be the gap, Vito, that 6-point spread for Purefoods.
Simon running into a brick wall. And it will be Kevin White picking up his first personal for blocking. Willie Wilson, a hustle player, coming in now for Barangay Ginebra.
And this is where Ginebra starts to give away a lot of size. As Purefoods, they really stay big the entire game. I mean, they use big, small forwards.
And Simon nails it for three. And now Simon in double digits as well with 10 points in the ball game. Menk asking for it again. Oh. And down goes Ronald Tubid. And Rico Meyerhofer will be called for pushing.
Let's take a look at this again. See Ronald there trying to set a screen. And there's a push there by Rico, and like I said, a good acting job there by Ronald Tubid.
It wasn't quite as bad as he thought he was, but nonetheless, Ronald Tubid got almost all the results. Well, he did get a foul, just didn't get that free throw. At least not the first one.
And he actually was hearing it from the Purefoods fans, as he's hearing it right now.
And Tubid making the adjustment. It's an 8-point ball game, 64-56. Less than a minute to go in the third. Meyerhofer. And Meyerhofer getting the best revenge, going hard to the basket and earning a trip to the line for himself.
Happy final. Release something Sean is second. Two free throws for Rico Meyerhofer.
Meyerhofer's on the line for 2 free throws. And you see 8 out of 11 for the TJ Giants and 8 out of 17 for the Kings, which is a little bit unusual because they never came into this game number 3 in the league in free throw shooting.
Well, they picked a hell of a day to start shooting sour from the free throw line.
Yeah, 69% as a team. Purefoods actually next to last at 62%. Purefoods shooting above their average in this game.
That's another offensive board for Purefoods now. A chance to bring the lead back up to double digits. Timberlake over to Simon. And time again, almost running out here for Purefoods. Simon still is able to get off a good shot. Another offensive board, no putback for Aliado. 19 seconds and counting. Willie Wilson in the paint. He's almost outnumbered there, but he still manages to draw the foul.
And that's going to leave 15.6 seconds left on the clock. Enough for time for Purefoods to get a last shot. He's looking at the foul shooting of Ginebra. Ronald Tubid actually shooting well, about 78% from the line, but he's been missing his foul shots in this game. Let's see how Willie Wilson does. Willie Wilson almost at 70%, about 68%. So it's just been a rough night as far as their foul shooting is concerned.
Oh, yes, it has. JC Intal back on the floor now for Barangay Ginebra. Willie Wilson usually good for about 6 points, 5 rebounds per game. And now, time winding down in the third. Oh, almost a lost possession there for Purefoods. Now Simon, 4 seconds left. Trying to use the screens here. Out to Salvador. Salvador will have to let it go. And the third quarter is over with Purefoods still very much in the driver's seat. Ahead by 8. 65-57. Fourth quarter is coming up. Keep it here on Solar TV.
Thank you, thank you. Ang babait ninyo, thank you. Oh, huwag naman po puro patawan ang sigaw nyo sa mga batang nangangaroling. Share your blessings dapat. Kahit barya lang, ayos na. Ako po si Willie Miller ng Alaska Aces. Namamasko po.
Back here in the Big Dome, you're watching the PBA live on Solar TV, and with me right now is Assistant Coach Ronnie Magsanak of Purefoods. Coach, in spite of this lead in the third quarter, Purefoods committed 6 turnovers, got 3 offensive boards, and 0 second chance points. Total opposite in the first half. What adjustments will you make in the fourth quarter?
Yung discipline sa execution is very important to us. Di baling ma-shot clock violation na kami, wag lang kami tumira ng bad shot or turn the ball over. Yung sa second chance scoring, Ginebra's doing a good job blocking us out. We have to make sure we execute it better para yung mga offensive rebounders are in the right position.
Thank you very much, Coach, and good luck for the rest of the game. Vito, Coach Norman?
Thank you, Chicky. And in the first 26 seconds or so of the fourth quarter, saw a couple of plays just fizzle out here. Barangay Ginebra was the last to make an attempt. Willie Wilson called for the offensive foul.
And you can see where Enrico Marihopper has made or helped Purefoods become a better defensive team. Now, just a very difficult shot that Willie Wilson tried to attempt there.
Timberlake out to Meyerhofer. Meyerhofer couldn't get his layup to go, and Villanueva pulling down the board on the other end. Ronald Tubit takes the 3. And Ronald Tubit, who shot 5 for 10 from beyond the arc in his last game, has not had a good running from the outside here in this one.
Well, we talked about it at the beginning of the game. Would Ronald Tubit be able to score as well in light of the fact that he had to guard James Yap right from the beginning of the game? What happened was he got into foul trouble, which took away from his offense. He's really been struggling so far in this game.
And so a quick substitution for Barangay Ginebra as Cyrus Baguio is back in. Score still 65-57. Vito Lazatin here along with Coach Norman Black at courtside. Meyerhofer challenged by 2 Barangay Ginebra defenders on the rebound again by Villanueva. Kevin White. Oh, he gets the layup.
Some players have actually perfected that little fake away pass. They act like they're going to pass to the corner. You can see it right there. He looked away and then he was able to get that shot off. And that really helps the cause of Ginebra. But on the other end, Enrico Villanueva has garnered 3 straight rebounds for the Ginebra team in the last 3 possessions.
And Kevin White completes a 3-point play. Expectations for a guy like Kevin White definitely going to be higher without Celino Cruz and JJ Hildebrand and Mark Aguilar on the backcourt, and that's going to be a turnover for Purefoods.
Too much indecision there. Rico Marihopper had a shot. He passed it to Mark Pingers, who had a shot. He passed it out of bounds. Well, he never put up that 2-2-1 3-quarter court trap, and it really worked for them defensively. Good White.
Oh, and White feeling good. When it starts to flow, and Kevin White felt pretty good about taking back-to-back baskets here, and he has brought Barangay Ginebra now to within 3, 65-62.
Better than this. What a play!
The Disney on Ice Disneyland Adventures are on their way to the Araneta Coliseum from December 25 to January 3. To get the tickets, just call 911-5555. That is the number of Ticketnet. Well, back to the action here at the Big Dome. Barangay Ginebra using a huge run powered mostly by Kevin White to get within 3. And 3 attempts at the basket. Finally, Aliado scores on the tip-in.
That middle is wide open as far as the defense is concerned for Ginebra. That was actually a pretty easy shot for Rafi Rivas, who missed the first shot.
Villanueva, the handoff. JC Intal from the outside. Wilson off the offensive rebound. Still a lot of time on the shot clock for Barangay Ginebra. And now Kevin White from the crossover in the paint. Another 2 points for the rookie.
Kevin White making a name for himself in this game.
In the meantime, James Yap out to Roger Yap. Oh, and Villanueva couldn't stop his momentum in the...
no intent to hurt there by Enrico. He was just coming down out of control. Of course, don't tell Mark Fingers that. Who got it across the neck. Going back to Kevin White, he used to be a practice player for Talking Tex, actually. They say he's a cousin of
well, he's the
Jimmy
nephew,
Alapag,
actually.
The nephew of Jimmy Alapag.
Oh.
Looks like
there he is, just coming down hard on Mark Fingers. So a couple of shots for Mark Pingris. And we go over to Chicky Reyes now with this report.
Thanks, Vito. For us to continue to score in transition, we have to get that ball. This was the message of Coach Jong with Chico to his Gin Kings in their last huddle. And for them to do that, he wants an aggressive full court press every time they score a basket. Vito, Coach Norman?
Thank you, Chicky. And Ginebra getting the rebound. So Mark Pingris only able to add a point, bringing the lead up to 4, 68-64. White for another three.
Yeah!
Oh! Kevin White is in the house in the fourth quarter, and he is taking over. Barangay Ginebra now within 68-67.
Kevin White now with 12 points in the game. 10 coming here in the second half.
And James Yap looking to end the party. No, but Rivas. Nice trail job for the big man.
And the rebound category has really killed Ginebra in this game as Purefoods continues to get to the offensive board.
And JC Intal scores on the finger roll. 3-point play coming up.
I think a flopping foul was called.
Let's take a look at this one. This was Kevin White stroking it from beyond the sunset. Oh, and then it is going to be flopping called on Rafi Rivas.
See if that's just going to be a warning.
Yes, it is.
Coach John Buchico is looking for a foul. As Art Dela Cruz gets a warning for resentment to a call. Not exactly sure what that means.
So it wasn't an and one opportunity after all for JC Intal, but nonetheless, Ginebra down by only one, 70-69. And the Giants now try to keep them at bay. James Yap and Roger Yap in the backcourt. Mark Fingris, Rafi Rivas, and Don Aliado on the floor. And here comes James Yap. Look at that.
There'll be a blocking foul called before the shot, so it's going to be a side throw. You can see what Ginebra is doing defensively. They're picking up full court, but then they're falling back into a 2-3 defense. They're actually giving guys like Rafi Rivas wide open shots, but they just haven't really consistently been able to knock them down.
Breakout game for Kevin White, 12 points, going 5 for 8 from the field. Roger Yap, clear sight for three.
That was a big shot there by Roger Yap for the Purefoods cause. Really stops the momentum of Ginebra for a moment.
And Roger Yap now with 16 points in the ball game. Last touch by Rafi Rivas. That leaves 12 seconds on the shot clock for Ginebra.
A good reaction there by Rafi Rivas as Enrico actually slipped that pick and roll.
Handoff now to Baguio. Almost deflected by Pingris. 2 seconds left. White is blocked. Still managed to throw one up, and Wilson gets it back for Barangay Ginebra. Oh, look at Cyrus Baguio making things happen.
That's just an acrobatic shot there with almost no chance of going in.
And now Baguio with 19 points to his name. Hoping for an extra pass. Kevin White takes it away, followed by Pingris, and White scores! Oh, Kevin White, the rookie. Welcome to his coming out party here at the Big Dome.
You talk about making a name for yourself. This is why he never signed him to a contract. Well, he takes the blow and is able to finish the shot. This kid waited his turn, waited for his chance to get drafted.
Harry King feeling a little more comfortable knowing that C.J. Henderson is going to be missing a couple of more games. With Kevin White and knowing and seeing that he's capable of performances like this, Kevin White can't finish the three-point play, but nonetheless, we are deadlocked at 73. Only the first deadlock of this ball game. James Yap cross court. PJ Simon stops and pops it short.
And it's Kevin White with the rebound.
On the other end, Cyrus Baguio changing his mind. James Yap really putting the pressure here on Cyrus Baguio. And Baguio off balance jumper. And the save kept alive. Nice hustle by Villanueva. And put another three-point attempt from the corner. And Villanueva, he lost that ball in midair, got it back.
They're going to say Roger Yap was out of bounds when he grabbed that basketball, so it's still going to be Ginebra's ball.
It's almost impossible to hear the referee's whistle with the fans on their feet screaming at the top of their lungs here at the Araneta Coliseum. We are tied at 73 and it's time for a break.
Better than this. What a play!
And we are back here at the Araneta Coliseum. Still 6 minutes and 20 remaining in regulation. Barangay Ginebra have come back. They've come back from a deficit as big as 15 points and are now tied at 73 with Purefoods. And there's the reason why, Kevin White.
That's correct. He's having a great second half, and Ginebra using their speed and quickness with 14 fast break points already in this basketball game.
And Barangay Ginebra Kings starting to shoot better here in the fourth, going 7 of 13 from the field. Cyrus Baguio, got a little locked up there. Tubid, off the glass, no.
And right now you have Tubid and Baguio on the floor at the same time, so that adds to the speed, quickness, and energy of this Ginebra team. And Ginebra has a chance to take the lead
for the first time in this ball game. It's on Ronald Tubid now. Ronald Tubid coming off 30-point performance as his production has been a little slow. First, let's take a look at this Tokyo Beef Bowl play of the game. It features Cyrus Baguio, one of many highlights that we've seen today, but this little hang time, releasing it at the last second against Mark Pingris. Big, beefy goodness and 3 exciting plays, and holy cow.
If you wanted to be a basketball player, that's probably the shot you would dream of making. Just as you hit the floor.
And Barangay Ginebra have taken the lead, 75-73, first lead of the ball game. Yes, gets it slapped away by Villanueva.
And that was a clean block. Good angle there by Enrico as he allowed Mark to go past him. Look at that, and then he just blocked it from behind.
Nothing like a defensive play to also get the fans riled up. However, Purefoods, another crack at it. 11 seconds on the shot clock. It starts with Roger Yap. Roger Yap, long 2. It's good.
Yeah, Roger Yap is having a big game here for Purefoods.
He's got 18 in the ball game. Mamaril A little bit of indecision here, nowhere to go to. They go to Tubid. Tubid with 7 seconds to work. He'll try to get past Roger Yap in the paint, inside to Villanueva. Villanueva can't get it off the glass. Ahead now to PJ Simon, and Simon goes all the way. Purefoods have taken the lead back. Ahead by 2, 77-75, and Coach Jong Wichiko calls for a quick 30-second timeout.
Well, he never had poor balance that time as nobody got back on defense. That's why Purefoods was able to leak out for those 2 points.
And this 30-second timeout brought to you by Handy Fix. Ang first 8 ng bahay mo, bonds all, seals all.
It was actually a pretty good look by Villanueva going to the basket.
Right.
Just shot it a little bit strong. But that play really developed very slowly for Ginebra as Billy Mamaril had nobody to pass the basketball to. And they ended up in a layup for the Purefoods team.
And Barangay Ginebra looking to bring back Eric Menk. As we see here, the beautiful faces here at the Araneta Coliseum. And there, of course, our friends from PBA Radio. And if you're ever far away from a TV set, you can always follow the action by tuning into PBA Radio at 8:10 a.m. And Billy Mamaril going all the way. Couldn't get the finger roll.
He had the right idea, he just couldn't finish the shot.
Now the Giants regrouping here. Rivas out to Simon. Roger Yap covered by White. There's Rivas. Oh, and Rivas.
That's actually a pretty good foul there by Billy Mamaril, not allowing the layup for Rafi Rivas, making him go to the foul line and make the 2 shots. You see how coaches think. Purefoods came out of that timeout and went straight to Roger Yap in the post versus White. That was a design play to attack the defense of White.
After Rivas, his free throw shooting has been questionable also in this Philippine Cup, averaging about 46% from the line. Let's check out our swakto shot of the game, and it stars James Yap. James Yap, a classic case of misdirection there, going for the one-hander. Boom Pilipinas, Mr. Donut na, 5 piso lang, swakto.
Well, Ginebra lucky to come up with that possession after losing the ball. An offensive foul.
And Mark Bingrist really taking the hits here.
Billy Mamaril has never been known to be delicate. He's always been a bruiser. As Willie Wilson will check back into the game for Billy Mamaril.
And we've got Mika Abisame standing by now with this story on Kevin White.
All right, well, I talked to Mark Aguiwa, and he is just so proud of Kevin White and how he has shown credibility in this ball game. Mark said that he's really good in practice, and they just always remind him to show it in actual games. And today he was given the minutes to prove that he is indeed a good acquisition. We talked, Coach Raman.
Thank you, Mika. And sometimes it just starts with one, and this could be the one for Kevin White. But first, what about that impressive jumper?
Simone came off a stack and one and came off the single side that time and hit the jump shot.
Cyrus Baguio in the lane. James Yap got a hand on that.
Well, let's see if they go back to PJ Simone now on this play.
Out to James Yap. Yap in the paint. Oh, what a difficult shot. James Yap making it look easy. And look at his teammates waiting either to help him up or to congratulate him.
And instead of going back to Simone, they went to the other bookend, James Yap, for the 2 points.
And Purefoods now back on top by 6. We've got a 30-second timeout brought to us by Handy Fix. Ang first 8 ng bahay mo. Bonds all, seals all.
You can see the difference on the 2 ends. On Purefoods' side, Simone came off of a down screen and was able to make the shot. James Yap did the same thing on the following play. On the other end, Baguio tried to take his man 1 against 2, 1 against 3, and did not have the same success. will be a big possession for Ginebra. Coming out of this timeout down by 6, only 3:31 left.
And we want to remind you that this Wednesday we will be back here at the Araneta Coliseum for another PBA doubleheader, starting off with Baraka Bull taking on Purefoods, while the Alaska Aces will take on the San Miguel Beermen. The Beermen looking for their 10th straight win.
And looking to pull into a tie for first place against the #1 Alaska Aces team. And Alaska has just been dominant so far in this particular tournament, winning by an average of 9 points per game.
Now, Barangay Ginebra have been on a drought here. They've been scoreless in the last 2 minutes and a half. And hoping to break the jinx here is Ronald Tubin, and he does! And Tubin now with 8 points in the ball game. Far cry from his performances in the last two, but nonetheless, he's making it when it counts. James Yap coming out of the screen over to Roger Yap. Roger Yap, the floater. And Roger Yap with 20 points in the game.
He has stepped up big time for the Purefoods club.
Eric Menk, the hook shot is good. Menk now with 8 points in the ball game. 2 minutes and 32 still left in the fourth.
This is what we call winning time, right, Vito?
That's right. Tingris at the high post. He's not getting a chance to jumper. Roger Yap, however, will. Baseline jumper, no good. Wilson with a rebound. Johnny Abarientos once again playing court general here for Barangay Ginebra. Abarientos to Menk. There's the cut for Baguio, and we have a foul.
If you take a look at the Ginebra offense right now, everything's going through Eric Mink. Coach Jong feels as though he has a good advantage in the post, and Eric Mink is a pretty good passer if he's double teamed.
14 seconds, 14 seconds to shoot.
Let's see if they go back to Eric Mink once again.
8 seconds left on the shot clock. We're down to the last 2 minutes. Cross like Motolay Pangmatagalan. Eric Mink grinding it out. He's short for the finger roll. Battle for the loose ball. Purefoods gets it back. And no need to rush at all for a Purefoods. And they've really been trying to stick to the game plan here as Tingris steps in for the finger roll.
Well, it basically looked like a triangle and 2 defense that Ginebra used that time. And Purefoods, they're just finding the gaps. I mean, they recognize the defense immediately. You see nobody actually guarding Mark Pingris there, except with Johnny A. As Ginebra, they're trying to take James Yap and Simone out of the play.
Right.
So it's really up to Pingris, Rivas, and Roger Yap to really produce the points right now.
9 points for Mark Pingris, and that 3-point play could be the most crucial of this ball game. Johnny A really looking for Menk down low. Menk bounce pass to Wilson. Wilson scores from close range. Wilson with his with 3 points in the ball game. Ginebra down by 5 rather. 1 minute and 7 remaining. Down low to Rivas, cross court, PJ Simon fakes it, 4 seconds left, fall away jumper, that's short. Oh, and there's Rafi Rivas picking up the pieces.
Those are the breaks of the game as the ball just bounced right to Rafi Rivas.
And Purefoods are once again ahead by 7, 88-81. And 48.6 seconds remaining in regulation, and the Purefoods TJ Giants have once again erected a 7-point lead. Big plays from Rafi Rivas and Roger Yap. And at this point, Barangay Ginebra will really have to play perfectly from this point on, and just as I was about to say that, they commit a turnover.
And Coach Young's telling his players to commit a foul immediately to try to stop the clock. There you go. That's the worst thing that can happen for a coach. You call a timeout, you come out of the timeout, you commit a turnover at this very crucial point of the game.
So it's going to be Roger Yap at the line, and this could really be the point of no return now.
Well, it's just fitting that Roger Yap is here to seal the doom for Ginebra. He has been Purefoods' best player so far.
Let's take a look at this KFC delivery assist of the quarter. It's Menk saving the bounce pass for Willie Wilson. Enjoy watching the PBA with Finger Look at Food. Dial 887-8888 now. Salvacion for three. That's short. And Eric Menk saving it. Abarientos now tries it from the corner. He's short too. And Coach Young with Chico taking this opportunity to call a 30-second timeout. Oh, maybe, it could be, yes, it is going to be a full timeout with 22.5 remaining. We'll be right back after this.
Better than this. What a play!
Big Dome for the final 22.5 seconds of this ball game. What can Barangay Ginebra achieve in this time? Well, we're about to find out.
Well, the first thing they want to do is to score as quickly as they can, and they're going to have to either trap and try to force a turnover or foul and send Purefoods back to the foul line. It's only about a minute and a half ago this game was much closer than it is right now, but Purefoods really has pulled away right here at the end game.
Well, while some fans have headed to the exits, you see there U.S. Ambassador Christy Kenny stay until the end. Who knows what's going to happen in the next 22.5 seconds. Well, Barangay Ginebra will use Johnny Abarientos, Ronald Tubit, Cyrus Baguio, Sunday Salvacion, and Eric Menk on the floor.
So if you're Ginebra, you definitely want to look for a three here. His time is really running out. You need as many points as you can get. No, maybe not.
Maybe not. They're taking their time here. I guess Barangay Ginebra just wants to execute correctly before this game is over. So they go to Menk. Rebound by Martinez, and it's over. The Purefoods PJ Giants have won their third straight, and because of their win, they've now created a logjam for third place in the team.